Escape Jet Li live and in person, and wielding a deadly chicken in Ryze to Honor. Plus, too much information in Law & Order 2, Double or Nothing.
He couldn't keep it in his pants.
Okay, good to know. It's game time. Made with only the freshest ingredients, it's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Hello and welcome to X-Play. We have an amazing show for you.
Yes, on today's program we have Jet Li.
Look at this, the new Law & Order game.
An RPG that gets a perfect 5 out of 5.
Looney Tunes.
And one of the highest profile action games of the season.
That's right, we kick things off with Sony's new Jet Li game, Ryze to Honor.
Now you've probably seen the ads for this one on TV, because they're of course on every 5 minutes, but behind the hype is one of the most complex and most difficult combat systems we've ever seen.
There are literally hundreds of attack combos that you can pull off if you have the skill and the patience, which are not my strong suit. So I gave it to Morgan.
Yeah, here's a review of Ryze to Honor. You know that somewhere, deep in your heart, you've always wanted to be the star of a kung fu movie. Well, in Ryze to Honor, you can. More specifically, you can be Jet Li. Yes, in the grand tradition of, well, okay, let's see. There was Shaq Fu and Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Okay, maybe it's not such a grand tradition, but anyway, instead of licensing a whole movie, Sony just nabbed Jet Li and made up their own script. And it's a pretty generic kung fu script. You've got rival Hong Kong gangs, over-the-top fight scenes, I whack you with my mighty duck, and of course, ridiculously attired villains. I mean, what self-respecting baddie wears a puffy white parka?
I am Sung Lung.
Okie dokie then. When it comes to fighting style, Ryze to Honor is a classic button masher. Well, that is, it would be if you actually mashed buttons. See, all your attacks are controlled by the right analog stick. Push to the right, and you punch to the right. It's not often that the most impressive feature of a game is the control scheme, but this one is so fluid and intuitive that we can only hope it will become the standard for fighting games. You can easily clear out a whole room full of baddies with a few deft twiddles. Not always perfect though, especially in tight quarters. The controls aren't quite tight enough. And all you can do is control the direction of attacks, so it's up to Jet himself to decide whether to punch, kick, or cinematically slam someone into a bus. And even the really neat-looking stuff gets overdone once in a while. Kicking a guy off a motorcycle is cool. Kicking 12 identical guys off 12 identical motorcycles in a row is not. The game throws in some breaks from the chop socky every now and then, though. What Hong Kong action flick would be complete without a whole mess of guns? You might think you'd get better results by carefully hiding and picking your shots, but trust me, all you need to do is walk down the alley holding down the trigger, and your unlimited stream of bullets will take care of the rest. I kill you, and you, and you, and you. Then there's the stealth level in San Francisco's own Metreon, with guards that can't see anything past their flashlight, and apparently can't hear you smashing their comrades with garbage cans.
Someone's here.
But our least favorite is the run from the bullets levels. Those just feel clunky. So back to the blissfully simple beating the crap out of people parts. That's better. Other than its control scheme, Ryze to Honor doesn't really add much to the world of action games. But hey, sometimes you want to sit back and mindlessly twiddle your thumbs to a kung fu movie. A 3 out of 5. The combat system in this game is very difficult. You use the analog stick on the controller to attack, and if you can't get the hang of it, you'll be frustrated by what seems to be repetitive gameplay. And the problem is that specific attack moves link to specific combos,
So there's a precision and a rhythm that you have to master to really enjoy the game.
Precision and rhythm? Don't got it. Of course, a lot of these attacks are kung fu moves, and only the master himself, Jet Li, can pull them off. So thanks to Sony's PR department, I went straight to the source.
Place was San Francisco. Our target, Hong Kong movie megastar Jet Li. We knew he was in town promoting his video game debut in Ryze to Honor for the PS2.
He's mine!
We learned he was pinned down at the Sony Metrodome, where an all-day press junket was leaning on him for info about the release. He proved elusive, but we finally found him surrounded by the rabid minions of the gaming press. It was our turn. We sat him down under the hot lights and squeezed him for information.
Was this Jet Li bringing the idea to Sony, or did Sony say, hey, we got this game, we want, your moves and your face in it?
And both sides' idea.
Jet Li calls up Sony and says, hey, I'd like to be in a video game. I'd like to, and we were just blown away. We're putting together a game that's based on Hong Kong action movies. We're referencing his movies for everything that we plan to do for this game.
Now, do you think that your unique type of martial arts, is that lend itself better to a video game?
I hope, when the player watching this Ryze to Honor, they know right away that's Jet Li. Jet Li style kind of martial arts and some signature move.
There's one sequence in the game where you're using a chicken.
Duck.
Yeah, okay, it's a duck.
In Hong Kong film, like this kind of film, we use all kind of the material become weapon. Sometimes it's bell, sometimes it's this, sometimes it's this. In this duck, it's not my idea. It's the whole crew.
This game is a little bit closer to some of your more recent movies, like Romeo Must Die or Black Mask.
The first game is based on classic traditional Hong Kong movie. Everybody know right away. This sequences I saw it once upon a time. Face of Legend. This sequence maybe Romeo Must Die had some move. It's familiar. We try to make this video game look like movie.
In the game, it seems to follow the classic Hong Kong formula where people seem to wait their turn for you to spank them.
Traditional Hong Kong film, you fight with 8 guys or 10, 12. For the camera angle, you cannot see everybody fight you at the same time. If 12 guys come in, where is Jelly? Jelly already covered. The camera angle already, you cannot see Jelly anymore. So that's why, in the movie, classic movie, they choose these 2 guys first, that 3 guys second, because the angle can see the movement. The other guy, we call it noodle time. Noodle, because they're eating the noodles. That's my turn. I come in fight.
Have you ever in real life actually been attacked by a bunch of knife-wielding bad guys? And
no, in real life, Jet Li never fight with people. And even you fight me, maybe I just smile, stop. It's a better way, just find a cop, find a lawyer, solve the problem. I hope that, the technology can improve in the future, for sure, I say, because this time I think I only capture my 60% or 70% movement. The most important is the story. Right now, this is the first game, it's just fun. Whatever the people you see, whatever they're good or bad, you just kill them. So you need to have more opportunity to the players to choose. And I think that is very important. I hope we can do in the future.
Congratulations on the game.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm a great admirer of your films.
Thank
you. Yeah, I like Jet Li's approach to violence. Call a lawyer.
Yes, because nothing scares off ninjas like the threat of litigation.
Well, unless they're ninja lawyers. Then you're screwed.
Yeah.
Coming up, why in the name of God would they make another Law and Order game?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Four years ago, we needed a web hosting company we could count on. Today, our online business is a big success, and we're still with the same company, Rackspace Managed Hosting. Rackspace hosts our website on dedicated servers in their data center. They manage our firewalls, load balancers, bandwidth, everything. Their service goes way beyond co-location. Outsourcing to Rackspace was one of our best decisions ever. We rely on what they call fanatical support. We get our own support team 24 hours a day. They're experts at managing our complex website, And when we call them, we never get stuck in voicemail. We get through like that. It really is fanatical support. I tell my friends, if your website is essential to your success, then let Rackspace manage it for you. Fanatical support? Maybe that's why Rackspace is the fastest growing managed hosting company in the world. See for yourself. Call 888-480-7767 or go to Rackspace.com.
Excuse me. Hi, can I see that laptop?
Sure. You can access the internet all around your house. It's wireless networking.
Did you say wireless?
I'm free, not just a puppet on a string, no ties to anything.
Find your freedom. Have us install a wireless network in your home. Thousands of possibilities. Get yours. Best Buy.
For Kit Yoon, the only way out of the Hong Kong underworld is to go back in. Jet Li in Ryze to Honor, rated T for teen.
The stage is set. The players are ready. And weeknights at 11:10 Central, the battle begins. Don't just watch X Play. Play along live with Tech TV Hyperactive. To play, register at techtv.com/hyperactive. Then watch X Play weeknights at 11:10 Central. Log on and play. Answer the questions. Chat with other players. Win cool prizes and look for your name on the leaderboard live on TV. Tech TV Hyperactive. Only on Tech TV.
Turn and cop. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
What does that mean? Welcome back to X-Play. We have a review of the new Law & Order game for the PC.
Ah, my prayers have been answered. This is the second Law & Order title from Interplay, and much like the first one, it'll mainly appeal to fans of Law & Order.
Well, or fans of Law & Order Criminal Intent.
Or fans of Law & Order SVU.
Right. So I thought it would only be appropriate to give the game a proper Law & Order intro. Adam?
In the computer gaming system, the fans are served by two separate but equal groups. The developers who latch onto big-name licenses regardless of the viability, and the publishers who distribute and market the resulting games, whatever the quality. These are their stories. Thanks for...
Guess what? There's another Law & Order game. And this one features all your favorite actors from the series, like Jerry Orbach, and this lady, and Elizabeth Rome. Her name has an umlaut. Law & Order 2 Double or Nothing puts players into the dual roles of detective and prosecutor in a classic Law & Order style story. It opens with the discovery of a body and proceeds through the investigation, arrest, trial, and, if played correctly, successful prosecution of the murderer. That's about it. Of course, we can't show you any of the trial portion because that would pretty much give the plot away.
Ramos must have let the shooter open the passenger door.
Which means one thing.
Ramos knew whoever shot him.
In the detective half of the game, players must find a suspect and build a case by collecting evidence and interviewing witnesses.
That's some bad news about Dr. Ramos.
Yeah. He got murdered. I guess that qualifies as bad. Evidence collection is a first-person pixel hunt in static 3D locations. Let's see. Anger management pamphlet, Prozac prescription, broken bottle. Adam must have been here. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just looking for evidence in the blood-spattered car while perched on top of the armrest.
Mozart. I have all his hits.
I won't dignify that with a response.
Interviews, on the other hand, are conducted by selecting questions multiple choice style. Sure, some witnesses are a little uncooperative at first.
Unless you can back up your accusations, I'd like you to stop harassing me.
But once you show them the evidence, they fold like a cheap suit.
Okay, look. We were having an affair.
Look at the smug look on Briscoe Bot's face. The hardest part of the detective segment is creating search and arrest warrants. Although logic may tell you that certain evidence should be enough for a warrant, the game is very picky in requiring just the right combination, which gets incredibly frustrating.
I don't see how you'll get a warrant based on this.
Okay, how about this?
There's going to have to be more meat on the bone than this.
Or this?
The judge will never grant a warrant from what you've got.
That's about it. The game's second half is similar, but rather than arrest warrants, players build witness and evidence lists for court. Once you get the hang of the game's mechanics, things become fairly easy. When a witness gives more than a yes or no answer to your question, that's a good indication you're on the right track.
I'm not giving up my good name because he couldn't keep it in his pants.
But you'll spend a fair amount of time asking the wrong questions and getting nowhere.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Can't remember.
No.
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 Thanks for the input.
And look at the creepy way everyone's heads seem to snap back into place. Mystery solved. They're all cyborgs. Beware the Briscoe bot.
Let's get going.
Once you've successfully solved and prosecuted the crime, there's little reason to replay the game. There's only one case and no alternate endings, which is the disappointment. Double or Nothing is a competent Law & Order script, and the game hits all the show's normal beats. But aside from the thrill of solving a few puzzles, there's little difference between playing LNO2 and watching NBC on Wednesday night. We give Law & Order 2 Double or Nothing a 3 out of 5.
Please leave me alone.
That's about it.
Hey, if you fancy yourself a smarty, the linear structure of the game can be really frustrating, because half the time your own intuition points in a direction that's not accessible until you've triggered the right plot events. And to do that, you have to chase a few wild geese. Oh, and there's no replay value. Did I mention no replay value?
On the plus side, the game features a lawyer tutorial, so let it never be said that video games aren't educational.
Oh yeah, thank God I didn't waste my time getting a law degree at Harvard. I learned everything I ever needed to know about the justice system from an animatronic Jerry Orbach.
Smarty.
In a moment, find out why you should play Fire Emblem.
What's the latest from Gateway? It's our cool new notebook with a mobile Intel Pentium 4 processor M for only $899.99. That's right, it might just be time to get into a smart Gateway notebook that's got all the power of a desktop and the space-saving portability of a laptop. It has a CD burner DVD combo drive and 256 megabytes of RAM, all for under $900. And when you order now, you'll save $250 and we'll ship it for free. So call 1-800-555-2081 today.
The new GMC Envoy XUV. Multifunctional, adaptable, retractable. The revolutionary Envoy XUV. The sport utility with more utility. Only at your GMC dealer. Professional grade engineering. It's not more than you need, just more than you're used to.
Orlando Resort, a vacation from the ordinary. Outgrown fairy tales and pixie dust? Go to universalorlando.com for a vacation that will blow your mind.
Well, that's it. Thank you, everyone.
Really great loan offers.
Remember, no points.
Okay.
Bye.
We'll let you know.
I think we got some pretty good mortgage offers there.
Yeah. Of course, we still need to pick a realtor.
The realtors. Sorry about that, guys. We got a 4-bedroom.
Now you can find a mortgage and a realtor all in one place. At LendingTree.com, you fill out one form and choose the mortgage and the realtor that's right for you. LendingTree.com.
Stating the obvious, it's Adam Setzler and Morgan Webb.
Welcome back to X-Play.
There are things we say repeatedly on this show.
Tick, tick.
3 out of 5.
Here's another expansion pack.
And most often, hey, we have an RPG for the GBA.
Well, the acronyms, they sound so nice together.
They do. Fortunately, these RPGs are very, very good on the GBA.
Do you want proof? Here's our review of Fire Emblem.
Once dragons and man coexisted. They shared a peace forged in wisdom, a peace that lasted generations. Then everything went to hell.
Yes, this is the bizarro intro of Fire Emblem for the GBA. Thankfully, things get a little better from there. See, the dying words of Lord Emblem stun Eliwood beyond belief, where he has to travel to this place and end up leading an army against a bunch of bad guys. Don't make him angry. You won't like him when he's angry. You'll be directing the actions of Eliwood's units from an overhead map divided by a square grid, similar to the game Chewbacca and R2-D2 played on the Millennium Falcon. Take into account various battlefield conditions and the weapons your force wields against the enemy, for the lives of your troops are in your hands. Your troops belong to general classes such as horse-mounted cavaliers or axe-wielding fighters. But you'll come to know each one personally by a distinct portrait and dialogue. What is this, a soap opera? I love you. Come on, let's get back to the action, people. Okay, much better. The fight scenes use cartoony graphics, and you won't see any blood spilled. But fans of the harsher elements of battle are met halfway with detailed animation and meaty sounds that create a real sense of impact when characters strike each other. A great translation lends a bit of weight to the serious, though not at all dark, story. And the gradual difficulty increase makes the game fairly easy to pick up. The promise of leveling up, graduating to powerful advanced classes, new characters, and following the story makes the game difficult to put down. The musical score and bright graphics are both high quality and hold up well full screen on the Game Boy player. We give Fire Emblem for the GBA a 5 out of 5. Wait a sec, did I read that right? Oh yeah, a 5 out of 5.
Fire Emblem is a long-running series that's huge in Japan, although it never caught on here.
Like fire. Much like the vending machines that dispense used underwear, which were very big in Tokyo when Morgan and I were there.
You know, thanks for that, Adam. I had almost repressed my memory of that.
Up next, squeezing every penny out of your license with Looney Tunes back in action.
OLM.net presents more true tales from the World Wide Web.
At OLM, our web hosting customers say it best.
Well, I just have an old 56K modem, but it doesn't slow me down any. With OLM, I get all the speed I need. I've been with OLM for over 2 years, and I have never had a question that they could not answer. So,
visit OLM today or call 1-877-2OLM-NET. Over 200,000 websites. OLM.net.
Time. It's always against you, especially when you want to be on vacation. Just go to Hertz.com and sign up for Hertz #1 Club with Express Service. It's free. You'll spend less time at the counter, get special discounts too. At Hertz, we know exactly how you feel, so we have exactly what you need.
The 265 horsepower Nissan Maxima.
You are cordially invited to a college graduation, your own graduation. It will be held a lot sooner than you think. Because at University of Phoenix Online, you can earn your bachelor's or master's degree in the most efficient way possible. Invest in your career and personal earning potential with a state-of-the-industry degree. Attend class whenever and wherever you want via the internet. Most students earn their degree in just 2 to 3 years. Designed for working adults, University of Phoenix is the largest private accredited university in the U.S. We offer degrees in business, e-business, management, IT, marketing, accounting, education, criminal justice, healthcare, and more. Call now to explore your career options with a trained counselor. The consultation is free and could be life-changing. Accept our invitation to your success. University of Phoenix Online. Call for free information now. 1-877-600-2382.
You're back!
Pringle, Pringle, show us what you got.
And you can bowl them right down Santa Claus Lane. Tech TV presents Super Elf Bowling. Download the game now and go for the perfect score. Super Elf Bowling. It's all new and available only at techtv.com and nstorm.com.
Never expecting the Spanish Inquisition, it's Adam Setzler and Morgan West.
Does anyone expect them?
Welcome back to X-Play, now with colorful cartoon characters.
Yay!
Besides, Adam, here's a fact. Warner Brothers owns some of the best licensed cartoon and comic book characters around.
For example, all the DC comic heroes, Superman, Batman, Aquaman.
And the Looney Tunes characters, Bugs, Daffy, and Elmer Fudd.
Unfortunately, they have yet to make a decent game based on any of them.
Oh, will Looney Tunes Back in Action change that?
That's for us to know and you to find out.
Here's our review.
What's up, Doc? So did you miss me?
Remember Looney Tunes Back in Action, the movie? Of course you don't.
What kind of sick joke is this?
All the big name actors couldn't save that disaster.
Dynamite!
But Back in Action is back as a video game. Yay! Well, not really. The plot in the game is the same as the movie. The blue diamond has been stolen and it's up to Bugs and Daffy to get it back. Within game, you can switch back and forth between each character.
Here comes the B team.
Both have the same basic skills of running, jumping, and using a weapon. Daffy has a frying pan and Bugs has a mallet. Yeah, pretty dangerous, huh? However, each has their own special skill. Bugs can burrow underground, while Daffy can swim. I can sum up the game pretty quickly. Get a lot of money so you can travel to other destinations, like Paris.
Welcome to the world-famous Louvre Museum.
A space-agey type Area 52, and what's really great for little kids who will most likely play this game, a Las Vegas casino. Yeah, let's promote gambling. Along the way, you have to do things like retrieve missing paintings, bomb some carts, dodge Elmer Fudd's bullets,
wobbly things at the wall.
Tell Yosemite Sam to shut the hell up.
Oh, say your prayers, you galoot.
Oh yeah, and catch that damn monkey.
Get back here, you little stinker.
I forgot to mention the annoying fanboy tourists. If they take a picture of you, you go down. Nothing against the fans, but sometimes you gotta take matters into your own hands. Yeah, that's the one fun part of the game. Smashing things. It would have been a nice touch to play as another Looney Tunes character, but you can't. Elmer Fudd, Pepe Le Pew, Yosemite Sam, Porky Pig,
Someone say security.
and Foghorn Leghorn are here too, but they have no real effect on the game. There is a bonus mini-game where you can play as Wile E. Coyote and dodge traffic as long as possible while chasing the Roadrunner. Oops. This is a platformer to the truest sense, and by that I mean you'll jump and jump and jump to get around.
Hey, another 5 cents.
But what's annoying is all the bad camera angles. See what I mean? There's just too many times when you'll run into this problem. You'll have a hard time adjusting to get a better angle. Lame. In the end, Looney Tunes Back in Action has the name, but not the game to back it up. Basically, it feels like a generic platformer with the Looney Tunes characters pasted on it for show. We tune this one out by giving it a 2 out of 5.
Oh, brother. Game over.
Abri. That's all, folks.
Yep, this license, much like the Star Trek license, isn't what it used to be.
And the Looney Tunes characters aren't really holding up so well. Porky Pig looks bloated, and Yosemite Sam just seems like a dangerously loose cannon with a Napoleon complex.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure exactly how a mustachioed, gun-toting madman with a short fuse is supposed to appeal to children. I mean, Grand Theft Auto, now that on the other hand, that's good, clean American fun.
Well, since we're speaking of good, clean fun, how about some viewer mail?
Okay. Today's email is from Corey in Menasha, Wisconsin. He or she writes, out of all the old SNES RPGs, which were your favorites? I gotta say, I think it's Final Fantasy 3. I know it's gonna shock some people, but you know, back then I expected. I mean, it was different. You didn't have the same kind of expectations.
Well, I'm gonna kind of go outside the question. It wasn't on the SNES, but I liked Phantasy Star 3 for the Sega Genesis. One of my favorite RPGs of all time. It's still 16-bit, so it kind of counts. And
it does kind of count. I don't know. Go to our website. Where is that?
TechTV.com.
Full interview with Jet Li is there.
Yes.
Yes. Go check it out.
Sign up for our newsletter. Good night.
Coming up tonight, the ugly truth.